Welcome, everybody, to the annual Congressional Luncheon. As a membership organization of nearly 2,500 businesses representing approximately 300,000 employees, we're keenly aware of the impact state and federal legislation has on our members and the local economy. The fact that 500 of you are here today really demonstrates the importance that San Diego's business community places on federal issues that affect our region.
On behalf of BAE Systems, we're pleased to be co-sponsoring this event for the 13th straight year. The impact of San Diego and our industrial base on the nation is significant, and it's been enabled by our strong congressional representation.
We know that there are differences of opinion when it comes to many of the important political issues of our day, but we also have confidence in the will and ability of our elected representatives to make paramount the needs and interests of citizens, our communities, and our country.
Our delegation works very, very well together. That's a strength. That's an asset. It's critically important that we do speak together with one region, with one voice. That's how we make a difference.
This is the city to cover in California because you are at the epicenter of so many important issues here, whether it's immigration, trade, I can go on and on.
We have some tough decisions to make. One of them is, how do we get our economic growth back to 3 or 4% so we can grow our way out of it without excessive austerity? How do we deal with some of the waste in government? In a modern age, the fact that our inspector generals tell us that there's $100 billion of clearly erroneous payments under Medicare alone, huge problems.
I've never voted for a wall, and I certainly am not going to vote for this wall. I think it's a spite wall. I think it's a terrible idea. There's no way that Mexico is going to pay for it. The walls that we have don't work. I thank, though, the Chamber and Darrell Ice and others that allowed us to put holes in the wall by creating larger and larger areas where people can cross legally and commerce can cross legally.
I think the relationship with China is really important here. I think there should be diplomacy because we really need China to do two things. One is to use its leverage with supply and material to get to dismantle its nuclear operation. And B is we have to work with China to provide some security for China, that they'll have some stability on the border, which is what concerns them now.
Well, many of our colleagues think we live in a bubble, and maybe we do, but the reality is they should have looked inside that bubble in terms of our medical plans here in California, because I think there's a lot to learn from that. And just think, if we would have looked at where we were going with the Affordable Care Act and said, okay, what are the improvements? I think we could come up with a list of 5, 7, 10 improvements that everybody could probably agree on.
Right now, there is no competition. And as you slide out of Obamacare into the real world of different insurance companies being able to offer different products, just like every other financial product or insurance product in the world, you have to have competition, and you're going to have some kind of off-ramp where you go from government-mandated health care to an open system with competition.
Can we have a hand for the panel? Thank you so much.